Hello there and welcome back to Foundry. Yes, we're back on Foundry once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. Yes. Let's go ahead and load 194 hours. Let's go. Alright, and here we are. Sweet. As we do get started here, that it is Friday, so hopefully y'all have yourselves a great weekend this weekend. Yes. Alright, well, anyway, so, if you weren't here last time we had built a glass factory. Built a big old glass factory, 50 smelters worth. Does, what was it, 600 per minute? Why did I put a sign down? I need to be putting a sign down on these things. But yeah, it takes our mineral rock, it puts it into these crushers, which takes in 10 per minute, outputs 30 per minute. Goes all the way down this line, and then it outputs right back out where it came from, going up to the second level, because we have 100 crushers here. Because it's a 2-to-1 ratio when it comes to crushers versus smelters when you're making glass. We have a little staircase over here. So we have 100 crushers making gravel, and that gravel is then being brought upstairs to then be turned into glass. And each one of these makes 12 per minute, and 12 times 50, I believe, is 300. Was it 300 or 600? I don't have my calculator in front of me. Yes, 300. It is 300. 25. No, that's 25. What? Might clear that. 50 times 12. Yeah, that's 600. Okay. Yeah, we're producing 600 per minute on this factory. Just glass, by the way. But you may think, oh, that's a lot of glass. Well, actually, half of this is going to be going to one specific factory. Half of the glass is being transferred over to one very specific factory. Do I have any signs left? I do. Okay. So 600 glass per minute. Perfect. 600 glass per minute. I don't have a sign on this, so anyway. Oh, you produce. We only got one machine doing 18 explosives per minute. That's pretty low. Alright. So, one of the other things that we have to take into account is this factory right here. So today, the plan is to make olemic acid, but that's not the only factory we're going to be doing today, because this olemic acid factory, that's a couple of machines and we're done. That is it. We still need we still need to fill out the rest of the episode today, so we're going to finish off this episode hopefully by making energy cells, and then next week will be this whole factory, and then we've also not only this factory, but we've also got to do our our advanced machinery parts. I wonder if we're producing that or not. I've actually never calculated it. So 24 times 20, and that would be, no, that would be 480 that we need. That's just for that. This one, wait, doesn't yellow take machinery parts? Hold on. Let's calculate for those as well. Oops, I was trying to rotate a different set of keys there. Okay. Yellow also takes machinery parts, right? No, not yellow, sorry, green. Green, yeah. And then, so 480 plus 75. Anything else here need machinery parts? 75. Oh, 75. Okay, so 480 plus 75, that would be 555. I was gonna make a phone number joke there, but I forgot. I lost. I forgot what it used to be. Okay, plus plus 50, because plus 50. 605 advanced machinery parts per minute. So, one of the things we're going to be doing next week is we might be reconfiguring not only the advanced machinery parts factory, but also the steel factory as well, because I believe the steel factory, the amount of steel we output is kind of tied to this a little bit. So, and if we're going to be upping this, then yeah. Okay, so 605. How much are we producing? Why don't I have signs out here? What the heck? Whose idea was this? 20 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16. Okay, so this way, because I can't keep numbers in my head for the life of me. I'm going to put 605. 605 on the dot. Alright. Then we do 20. That's how many machinery parts, right? Yeah, 20 times 16. We're producing 320. Yeah. And so that I remind myself later, 320 over 605 out of 600, or sorry, yeah. We need to produce a lot more. And if we take that 605 and we subtract it by 320, that tells us we need 285 more. Then we take that 285 and divide it by 20, because they make 20. We need another 15 machines, so roughly another floor. Probably do 16. So yeah. You know, I'm gonna throw another sign down. It's just a reminder for Monday. Needs another 15 machines. There. Now I don't have to do the math. Yep. Perfect. All right. So that'll be a next factory thing. That'll be a thing that we do next week. So basically, that is going to be this. You know, I might do 3 floors because I'm going to need to put. I probably should start putting like elevators and stuff in to make this factory more viable and easier. Because if we have to put a second floor on this, there's no room to put the belts. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to, just like we done over at the electronics parts, I'm going to have to take out the rear set of machines and then put that on another floor, basically, and then put elevators back here so we can have multiple floors. Now, luckily, no, not luckily, never mind. Looks like it's going to be the same as that factory up there, where it's got 2 inputs and 1 output as well. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be, and then we're going to have to up the machinery parts factory, which is over there. Yeah, the machinery parts factory also needs to be upped, because we're going to be upping that one. That in turn is going to need to up this one. Now, this one is directly tied to some of the stuff that's being produced. Now, this one's got enough room as well that I could put elevators in here, make another floor on this if we need. But that'll work. Anyway, back to what we're doing today. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves. Getting distracted. So basically, in case you haven't seen the last couple of episodes, what we are trying to achieve is we are trying to achieve energy cells for yellow science, which is Science Pack 4, because we're not making those yet. As well as we need those energy cells from this machine here. to do robots, basically maintenance drones. Now, these maintenance drones are not only going to be used by us, they're going to be sold to the space station up there, the broken up in pieces space station. Once we fix it to where we can start selling, because these maintenance drones are also needed to make modular buildings, and the way we fix that space station is with a modular building. And that building being the radio tower. We haven't built the radio tower yet, but this is a big modular building, as you see right there in green. Modular building, once placed, use the building planner handheld to configure it. So basically we can make it not any way we want, but we can make it some cool stuff. And then we got the long range scanner, which is also a modular building, to help us scan for resources, so we don't have to use our little gun to scan for resources. And this will go out it's called long range scanner for a reason. It goes out long and far, and that's what she said. But yeah, we need these bots not only to construct those modular buildings, but we also need to sell them so that we can get Fermilite bars. Fermilite bars, basically what I call aluminum. It's basically aluminum, but you can only get it by getting it from the space station. Basically, it's a currency. We use that currency to do several different things. We use that currency to not only make Science Pack 4, but we also use that currency to make Fermilite sheets, which goes into various things in Mark 4 research, as well as Fermilite liquid, I think it's called, which is basically melted down aluminum. And we put that in a big old storage tank, essentially. Well, we don't have to, but that's what I'm going to do with it. Yeah, in order to keep the Fermilite bars flowing, we need enough sales to happen. This is why I'm going so crazy with this. People are like, "You're crazy. You don't need to go that high." Well, when you get into the later game, Fermilite becomes a necessity for a lot of stuff, and you're going to want those sales in early so that you can have things like that. And we're going to have tons of logistics boxes just full of Fermilite, just ready to be used, and it's going to be stored up, because we're not going to need that much Fermilite to begin with, but we will need it later on, and I'd rather have it now, as early as possible. So, but anyway, like I said, enough talk. Let's get this factory going. So first, allomic acid, which is going to be a few different things. We're going to need a distillation tower, I think, and we're also going to need, actually no, we might only need a casting machine, or no, it's a chemical processor. Do I have any circuit boards? I do have circuit boards on me. Hopefully I have the stuff to make it. But yeah, we need a chemical processor to make allomic acid, I believe. Chemical processor, I need steel. Okay, we'll just hop on over here for a little bit of steel. Little bit of steel, yes. Okay. Chemical processor. We'll make one of those. Alright. And then... what's it at? Oh, right. It ain't gonna be on my hotbar. Of course it's not. Why would that be on my hotbar? I haven't even made one yet. Chemical processor. Okay. 9. It has to be. Now this one does have to be on the actual foundation. And we'll put it here. Okay, chemical processor. Configure allomic acid. Okay. Oh yes, this brings me back. Water is not a problem. Allomic gas. Yeah, that's why we needed the distillation tower. I thought we did. And then we also need crushers to make ignum powder. So ignum powder, basically we just take the ignum and we crush it up into tiny little, like a very fine powder. Essentially what that is. So we also need 8. We're going to need a crusher. We only have the marked ones right now, so, which is ignum powder, which luckily this produces a lot of ignum powder, so we don't need very many of these machines. And then we need a distillation tower. Do I even have one on my hotbar? I do not. Do I have one in the box? I might have one in the box. Set. Okay. Right there. Distillation tower. We're just gonna hide this other machine for right now. Wait, why is it being such a... Oh, that's why... I was like, why is it being such a pain in the butt to place? I forgot. And we'll hide that machine for now as well. Okay, so let's calculate this out. We need 120 times 25. That is 3,000 olemic acid per minute. Wait, what? Damn, boy. Damn, boy. That's a lot. So we need 10 of these machines. Yeah, because 3,000 divided by 10 is 300. Which makes sense. So that's a lot. I actually didn't expect it to be that much. Looks like the olemic acid factory is going to be its own factory. I planned on putting it, like, somehow fitting a couple of these with this, but nope. Not going to happen. Okay. 10. Alright, so everything, all these numbers that we need to input here, we need to take it times 10. Except for the water, I'm not going to worry about that because that's just a single pipe with an intake and we're done. I believe so. 187.5. That's... Actually, I don't know what that would be. Times 10. Oh yeah, you just moved the decimal. 1,875, which the input for water is like 10,000 liters per minute or something crazy. I don't have one on me. But yeah, it's like 10,000 or 30,000. I can't remember. It's nuts though. Actually, I'll be able to tell. Yeah, 30,000. 30,000 liters per minute. So one intake, one pipe will serve all of these for water. All right, all of my gas, 5,625. 5,625. 5625. Divide that by 1350, which is 4,000. 4. So it's essentially 5 machines, all right. Okay, 5 machines. I'm just going to put a burn tower next to each one of these, and that'll be good. So basically, we'll take this, and we'll have this with this, and we'll call that a factory. Looks like olemic acid factory might be the only thing we get done today. Holy freaking crap. I didn't realize it's going to be this insane. Then we also got to put this factory in place too. So 1,200 yeah. 1,200, and we divide that by 60. And that's 20 machines. Wow, that's actually a lot. We're going to be burning through the ignomorable here. So 60. I'm out of signs. Balls. Let's see if I have any more stored up over here. I do not. Okay. However, I do have pipe. No, I won't take it right now. I won't take it right now because I'm not doing that quite yet. But yeah, we're gonna need a lot of pipe for this factory. It's gonna be a pipe network factory. Mostly, it's gonna have some belts, but it's gonna be mostly pipe. What did I come down here for? Signs. You see how quickly I forget crap? It's like immediately just gone. And we were like, "Are you gonna do that thing I asked you to do?" And I'm like, "What thing?" I just asked you to do it like 5 minutes ago. And then I go, oh yeah. And then, nope, I'll do it right now. Sorry, boss. Sometimes, man. Sometimes that crap just goes, you know, it's not controllable by me, you know. It just happens. Alright. So 8 sign. Change that to 20. And that's just for this. I mean, we're probably gonna need energy cells for other things. This is just the exact number we need to produce 10 factories of this and 20 factories of this. We're going to need energy cells for other things too. But of course, we're also not going to be producing yellow constantly. Like if this game had a sink to where you could, like Satisfactory for instance, where you could sink stuff and then get, or sell stuff and then get firm light back, where you sell anything. I don't know if that's actually the actual case. If it is, you can tell me. It's fine. If it is, where you can sell anything, then we'll set that up. But I think you can only sell things like this. Or at least this is like the best selling thing. I don't mind building it this way. Okay, so I think we have all the machines covered. Yep, that's all of it. All right, let's get to work. Ready, break. Okay. Where should we start? Oh, these are going to be it. We're going to need 2 squares worth of factory. So this has been completely taken up because this is where the new smelters and stuff are going. They need more room. Let's see if we have the Olmec factory here. We can take up both these squares. Where's the robotic factory gonna be, or the drone factory? Yeah. We might need to do an expansion. Because over here, I plan on putting down a sales warehouse right here. So that means the drone factory is going to be here, and I want the other factory, the energy cell factory, to be here. Because also it's close. We also need a place that's kind of close to water, but not necessarily. Yes, it might be time for expansion. We're not going to expand any more to the west, because no, we are going to expand more to the west now. But we do need 2 squares. So I think it's time not to expand. Should we keep expanding out that way, or should we go? I think we should go to the south. No, because that's going to be extremely annoying. Because then I got to, let's say I make that Olmec acid, then I got to, well, I guess the Olmec acid could just go in a pipe, because the pipe's throughput is like insane. And we could like store it up in a tank and then have it output. I mean, we could expand this way with this whole side. But yeah, we do need to expand out more. That's going to take forever. But it needs to be done. Alright, I'm going to go 2 blocks this way with this entire... I think from here to there. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be at this forever. The last time I expanded just these 4 blocks here, it took me like 2 hours. Or more, actually. It took me more than that. Something like that. Anyway. Okay. I guess that's what we're going to do. I'm just trying to think, is there any other way I could do it to avoid this mess? Because one of the things I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to expand out the logistics floor too. And I got to remove all that crap. And, oh man, it's gonna take a while. I came down here for some foundation and stuff. I completely forgot about this belt. Just completely slipped my mind. You know what this belt is? this is the belt to make glass, the belt that needs glass to be able to make the what do you call it? The decor windows and stuff, and the reinforced windows. Yeah. I gotta get a belt over there so that we can start working on that stuff. I completely forgot that we finished the glass factory, and that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna take care of that, and then I'm gonna expand the city, and then we'll get back to our factory in just a little moment. Alrighty then, finally have it done. Or at least the expansion section. I hate that this exists, but yeah. It took me so damn long. Yes, what you read was correct. It's I have changed as a person. I have been here for a very, very long time. I have lost my sanity. I have lost my voice and my sanity. Yeah. And I've painted all the roads. All the roads are painted as well, so I went ahead and did that. Got all the roads painted, all the crosswalks are in. Look how far we are. Do you remember there used to be, I think it was around, let's see. It was around here-ish, I think. There was a big old hill that is gone. Actually, it was closer. It was like here-ish. Yeah, it was definitely here around this area because the hill was almost butted up against this iron line here. But yeah, it is finally done. So yeah, fun there. Like I said, I've lost my sanity, but yeah, look how many blocks we have now. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 by 1, and then 2, and then 3 up there. Yeah, 3, and then 4. So 4 times 9. I don't have my calculator in front of me, of course. I never do. Not when I need it, anyway. So 4... Or sorry, 8 times 4. Yeah, it was 8 times 4, which equals 32 plus 4. That's 36. Okay. So yeah, 36 new blocks entirely. Yeah, and as well as the logistics floor. This has taken me so much foundation, concrete, decoration blocks. It is insane, and I have gone insane, of course. But yeah, it is. You guys remember this? This is the coal line. With the power poles. I'm actually glad the power poles are in the ground because there's no headroom there. But yeah, this is the oil line with the power poles going over. The city has almost expanded over to this oil node over here, as well as there's another Olmec reservoir really close to us as well. So yeah, that was one hell of a build. It did take me. I did keep track. It did take me that long because, yeah. Basically, what I usually do when I'm doing this kind of stuff is I like listen to stories on YouTube or stuff like that. Just something to keep on in the background. Even me, for example. No, I don't listen to myself, but people like me who do long Let's Plays and stuff like that too. Yeah, and it's a way of consuming the content while supporting the creator. So. But yeah, that huge thing, or this huge thing, has been done, and I'm very happy about that. So, like, I almost don't want to continue playing. Like, I'm already tired of this game. I'm already late. This episode's going to go out real late today. just because of how I didn't expect it to take me that long, but it did, you know. And like I said before, the reason we're not doing it over here is because the smelters, the iron and the copper, or the zedoferrite and the tectum, sorry, I'm yawning there, the tectum rods, the tectum is all going to get smelted over here, crushed and then smelted. 2 blocks for that, 2 blocks for that, and then multiple floors possibly, as well. So that gives us plenty of room for those. And then on these 2 blocks, this one is going to be the the energy cells, and this one is going to be the drones, the little construction drones, and then the sales warehouse is going to go here. Because you see the sales warehouse is the same size, and you see it takes up most of the block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple storage containers over here, just kind of take up a little bit of space, and then we'll have the sales warehouse. And then over here, this new expansion is going to start being some of our modular buildings. We're going to start using some of our modular buildings, like the, I know people are probably thinking, you know, you should probably put the scanner central in your city center, but it depends on how big it is, I guess. If I could fit that plus the tower, that'd be pretty cool, actually. Have the scanner and the tower in the city center here. I'd have to clean it up though first. Get rid of the drop pod, which I don't need anymore. Of course, our cute little robot mascot would have to move. All of this would have to be removed for that type of stuff, but that'll be at a later date. Because we want to do the olemic acid, or at least get started on it. I don't think I'm going to finish it today. Like I said, my brain went a little bit crazy. Plus, look how many machines we need. It's insane. So we need to figure this portion out first. I don't know if we're going to take up a full 4 blocks with this, but I do know we're at least going to take up a huge chunk. At least 2 blocks. Because if you think... Excuse me, sorry about the yawn. That came out of nowhere, actually. So I'm quite tired. You see how much space this takes up. Is it the same as I don't have one on me. I actually need to get rid of some stuff, but let's see. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a 4 by 7. And if we go over here to our casting machines, I think our casting machines are smaller. I believe they are. Yeah, they're like a 3 by 5, right? 1, 2, 3. They're 3 by 6. Yeah, we might be taking up 4 blocks with this build. And I guess that kind of works out, because what I want to do eventually is I do want to have an olemic acid storage. And maybe we add some more machines to it in the future. I don't want to go too crazy on it, because I know we're going to be overproducing anyway. So, but we could have, because I know how big. I don't know exactly how big the modular storage tanks are, but they are massive. They are massive builds. So we could take up. So this one goes into one block. These go into another block, and this plus the burner towers. We'll just have 1 tower per thing, just because it's fun and it's cool looking. This can go on another block plus those other things, and then the big storage tank for our olemic acid can then be stored in another thing. Now, luckily, do we need oil for this? We do. We also need water too, which is going to be interesting. But yeah, I guess let's get started with the crusher. We need 20 crushers. I actually don't think I have the crushers. I actually don't think I have any crushers at all. I think I ran out. Might have to destroy some of this. I've been trying to keep a little bit of each, just so I can compare when building and stuff. But got plenty of seeds. What am I looking for? I've already forgotten. Oh, right, I was gonna look up crushers. I don't think I have any crushers, so I'm gonna make the 20 crushers. Yeah, let me just real quickly, let me get together all the materials to make all these machines. I'm gonna throw that in there. Yeah, let me get all the materials together to make all these for this entire build, and then we'll work on it from there. Okay, so now that I got pretty much... Oh, I forgot the pipe. I was going to say, now that I've got everything I need, and then immediately went, I need pipe. And it's so laggy over here when things are going. Oh my gosh, dude, it's insane. And when I look at, you know, things like, let's see, task manager here. Performance. Let's see why I'm having lagging issues. It doesn't say. I'm using half of my memory. I'm using 30-40% of my GPU and around 50 to 60 CPUs. So yeah, I mean, I know that people say that it lies to you, you know. The task manager lies to you, but if that's the case, then what else do I have to look at to tell me what's wrong? Why my system is so sluggish? Why the game is so sluggish? Like what would be the issue here? Because I don't see a proper issue, you know. Like lowering the graphics doesn't really help at all. You may gain some frames, but that's about it. You know, you don't. I'm not going to be playing at 60 FPS anymore. And I know people are going to say, you know, well, this is why you don't build all in one spot. It's just like, yeah, but you fail to understand that I am crazy. That I build crazy builds. That's my thing. They may not look beautiful. They may not look gorgeous. They may not win awards. Actually, that's 100% never going to happen. But all that stuff is never going to happen. But I do crazy builds. That's kind of my thing that I've taken up. You know, with the Satisfactory build, the over 1,000 hours on a single save. You know, gigantic. Well, it wasn't gigantic, but it was a big city. You know, a nice big old city. I think I'm going to take up these 4 blocks for that. For alamic production, alamic acid production. That's it's going to be insane, like I said. Okay, so the 20 crushers. Let's see if we can employ the 4x4 method here. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, first of all, ignite powder before we get too crazy on that. And let me get a layout for these boys. Alright, now that I got the layout of this these machines, now people are probably saying, why don't you just put 10 and 20 and then you got more room? Because our belts can't support that. If you actually look at the output of this, the input's fine. It's the output that I'm worried about. 60, 120, 60, 240, 300. So this is the max pretty much that a belt can do. Now putting them this way does leave an extra space on the one side. So I put the 3 on this side because our input and output, because this is a single input and output system, we're going to leave it on this side. And since we don't have to go to a second floor, I mean, we absolutely could to take up less room. But I think spreading it out is going to help us expand upon the alamic acid in the future, should we need it, which we more than likely will. Especially if we're expanding, like if we need more of those energy cells, we're going to need more alamic acid. If there's other recipes, which I'm sure there is that I don't remember, that's going to need more alamic acid, we can expand upon it if it's spread out across these 4 blocks. So I think that's exactly the best way of doing this. And then, you know, and then we can have like a big old block that's just dedicated for the storage of alamic acid. you know, maybe a tank or two. I don't remember exactly how big those are, but I think I might be able to fit at least, I'll not be able to fit one, but I may or may not be able to fit two. I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely will be able to fit one, so. Anyway, so each one of these lines is going to need its own input and output, and of course, I'm probably going to, the way this is, would we be able to do it this way? Would it be maybe? We would be able to do it this way, but is there any point to that? I mean, really? Yeah, I don't see a point to that. Let's see, the wall's going to be here. Like this. I just wanted to get that measured out. Sometimes it does take the blocks a while to appear just because of how many I have. I mean, this if you could see the city streets on the map would be amazing. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way. Or no. I want to take it out like that. Okay. And I know I've completely forgot about the jetpack fuel. I'm reminded constantly because every time I do a jump, almost every time when I'm like spam jumping, it just missing jetpack fuel, missing fuel for jetpack, missing fuel for jetpack. It's like I need to get on that eventually. We'll have, that'll be its own factory too. We'll have, I'm actually going to build a big factory for that because I know I need a crap load of actual liquid fuel when we do the Ignum fuel rods. So we're going to make a big old factory for that that's going to have storage tanks as well. And this is just going to be the liquid district. You know what I mean? We'll just have this block, or this whole block and this whole block, and maybe that one and that one's just going to be the liquid district, where that's where we process all the liquids for our factories. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Oh wait, whoops. I don't know why I'm doing that. It's just going to be the one, right? Because yeah, the output will fit on one belt and the input will fit on one belt, so. Alright. So then we get the inputs and outputs done for this. Okay, so there's that factory. We got the inputs and outputs ready to go. They're all done. At least up top side here. Now I should have made more. I should have made more holes down, which we'll do right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I've been learning how many blocks it is. I think it's 9 anyway. To make a little ramp. That's 6. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now that we're down here, we can come over to this side. And there's our little inputs and outputs. So the output is the way the outputs are going to work is they're going to go off this way, I think. Like they're going to go around and go off this way. The input is going to it's just going to snake down. So this is the input right here, which we need to clear up. Alrighty. Now we just connect that. I split a coal line off. I actually had to move the electricity poles a little higher just so I could make that pole work. Yeah, there goes all the coal. So I did a calculation. 12 times 20 is 240. Let me check that again. 12 times 20. Yep, 240. So a single belt will more than serve for our purpose of making the Ignum powder. Okay, so that's one portion of this whole factory done. I think I'll have the alamic acid tank back here. But until we get those modular tanks, I'm not going to set up any storage or anything like that. Because then I got to rework piping, and there's no reason. But yeah, look at this stuff. Look how beet red no, not beet red. Look how just, well, I don't know, bright red, assault on the eyes red the powder is. You need to tone down the color on that. It's a little bit bright. Anyway, so yeah, we have 5 belts of this, and then what's next? The oh yes, these towers. So actually, you know what? We might have the tank, because the wait, where's the chemical processor going to be? I'm just trying to think. Because the next is going to be the distillation towers, which just takes in our oil. We could have the distillation towers back here and taking up this spot. And then we could have the tank here on this spot, and then have the other factory here. Yeah, that could work. I guess let's pull this in here first. Let's get our walls up for this particular factory. And the foundation. Hopefully I have enough. Actually, I don't know. Okay, I did. Alright, because these are just crushers, so we could put a little roof over over these guys' head. Alright. Yeah, we could have the stuff being pumped from there over here. Well, no, over here, sorry. Yeah, so now it's the distillation towers. There was 5 distillation towers, if I remember correctly. We'll spread them out. They're actually a pretty decent size. But yeah, let me get the layout for these guys. And the layout for the flare towers, too. For the burners. The burner towers, I call them. Alrighty, now that we got the layout for that, I decided to do 6 just to fill out the space. Because 5 would have looked a little weird, so we're just going to do 6 and call it a day. But we will, however, we will support this with the oil it needs. So we need 1, 2, we need 6 more of these. I don't know if one pipe can support all this. I might do a second pipe. Wait, no, what's the throughput? 30,000? So if it's 30,000 liters per minute on the average pipe, right? Because why would the intake be able to do 30,000 liters but the pipe can't? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make much sense. But yeah, we'll have a second pipe. We got too many distillation towers, I think, on this one. But yeah, we need 6 more of these pump jacks. I might go for this alamite out here, drag that in, because this one's not being taken. This one can be taken up by this one can be taken up by whatever, but yeah, I might drag out a foundation out there. But I do need poles, though, and cable if I'm going to do that. Yeah, just to get this going, that's going to be interesting. Okay, but we do need the alamic acid. So yeah, let me get the pipe work hooked up here, and then yeah, I'll just drag out we'll drag out a foundation, and we'll drag out some cable out that way. So yeah, let me do that real quick. Finally, and now hooking up the oil. Bam. The oil is now hooked up. We should now be making all of my gas. We'll go to the closest ramp here. We should now be making all of my gas, though. Yep, look at that. Everything's working. Well, except for this one. Why isn't this one working? Oh no, it's okay. It just took a second. Yeah, we got our alamic gas, and we got our oil coming in from a very long offshore area. Yep. from this long section here. I went ahead and put up a decent amount of the foundation just to make it work. Yeah, if we follow this all the way down here, this almost goes to where the iron, or no, goes past the iron, where the old iron mine is that I need to fix. Because you can see it's still on the map, so that means there's still some xenoferrite down there. Or some iron, whichever. So yeah, it goes all the way to here, and then it goes into the or in underneath the platform, into there, and into here, to then follow the elevator. So this one, if I actually scan for it, you'll see. Yeah, there's a little. Oh, there's like 5 pieces over there. But yeah, you see this massive ball of alumite reservoir down there. So let's go ahead and head to the oil reservoir. Alumite reservoir, oil reservoir, same freaking thing. But yeah, it connects to the elevator. I'm sorry. It connects to the elevator, and we go all the way down to level 92, was it? Yeah, to level 92. And we have our pumps, or our 6 of these. You can fit a bunch of these on here. It's crazy. You can actually see below this foundation is the reservoir there. We're kind of actually on the corner of some of these, but that's okay. I'd imagine that it goes away after a while, and then you got to rearrange. But yeah, underneath this foundation here, like I was saying, is the actual alumite reservoir. I just kind of foundationed it up to make it look a little nicer, just so you can come up here and access it. Oh yeah, by the way, you wanted to see how much power. Somebody said something about power. I think that's Dragon. But yeah, and I'm barely using any of it. But yeah, you can see the 10 pump jacks, the 48 transformers, which is up to 240 megawatts. And that's the small ones. Wait until I put the large ones on there. 262 assemblers, 49 casting machines, 2 chemical processors because I haven't constructed that yet, 1 construction warehouse, 231 crushers, 11 distillation columns, 65 drone miners, 25 drone miner 2, 10 flare stacks, 1 fluid assembler, that's just the one that's sitting at base, the 20 greenhouses, 619 ceiling lights, the 5 poles back at the city center as well. Oh, I was going to say 3 loaders. Wait a minute, that's not correct. It's 1,493 single lane loaders, 658 second lane loaders, and we just started using the 3rd lane ones. 10 research servers and 200 small smelters, which is pretty crazy with the 48 steam turbines. Yeah. I imagine we're going to need that power eventually, but yeah, I just ran some power poles down here. They barely fit. Just kind of blew out the area and then put an elevator in. Everything's looking pretty cool. This actually looks, you know, fairly neat. A fairly neat reservoir here, which looks really cool. Okay, yep, that takes care of that portion of it. So now we can just go ahead and take the elevator right back up. To there. You actually catch a glimpse of the pipe there. You actually pause the episode. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much out of time for the end of this episode. So I think next episode, which will be Monday, we'll go ahead and finish off the almic acid factory, as well as we will start to build the because all we got left is just these, which are going to go. Where should we put them? Should we put them over here? Yeah, let's put them over here. Put that there. Change that to almic acid. That's all we got left is to hook up pipe from the thing, hook up the belt, hook up a water pipe, and we'll have this factory done, and then we can move on to move it all the way over here, get everything belted up for this over here, and then right here we can do our whatchamacallits, our energy cells. we'll do our 25 machines making energy cells, and then over here we'll do our 20 machines making robots, and then over here we'll do the sales warehouse, and that'll be set up. And then we'll be making drones, which will go into 2 different places, I think. Yeah, I'm actually going to have 2 of these. We're going to have the sales warehouse, and we're going to have the... Is it delivery warehouse? I'm not sure what exactly, though, or how those drones get to where they need to go. If they need to be belted somewhere else, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll do a little more research into it tonight. And by the way, I do mean tonight. This episode's going to be going out late. But yeah, I do think that's going to be it for this episode of Foundry. So like I said, next time we'll finish up the Olmec Acid Factory, and we'll hopefully get the Energy Cell Factory done. Because the Energy Cell Factory, the only thing last that we need is the Olmec Acid, and then this factory's ready to be built and get that done. And then the Bots Factory... where are the bots? Bots. Oh, they're there. Robots. Oh, the energy cells is the last thing for them too, so we might be able to slap that one together as well, all in one episode on Monday. I'm not sure though. I'm not gonna say that that's what's gonna happen, but I'll definitely say that we're definitely getting close to that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, that is gonna be it for this episode. Before anything else, though, I would like to say, since it's Friday, I would like to say that hopefully y'all have yourselves a great weekend. And like I said, we'll see you back here on Monday, hopefully. All right. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.